guys? We're here at Spitting Fire Special Edition, the Mamba Lounge. What's up, Felix?
How's it going, Alfred?
Hey, we're here on a Monday making things happen. So, Felix, the question is, what does Century 21 Primetime Realtors got different going on in number 2024? I know that's a special number for you. That is Mr. Kobe Bryant's Mama Mentality number. What is it, Felix?
No, here at Century 21 Primetime Realtors, we have a lot of training going on, a lot of coaching, training, and some good news. We're actually having Success Escrow move over to Rancho Cucamonga.
Did you guys hear that? A new mega escrow company moving here right in the heart of Rancho on Foothill. Make sure you reach out to Felix for more details. Felix, who else do we have in the building today?
Well, today we get the special privilege of having two amazing men from the Elite Group. I have Josh Niehaus and Robbie Head here as special guests today.
What up, guys? How you doing?
What's up?
Doing great.
Man, we're here. First of all, we want to thank you for that amazing training and education. You brought a pioneer in this business. Had so many questions running through my mind on what he was saying, and I am going to ask him a question, though. But tell us a little bit about you guys. Tell us what you guys do and how long you've been in the business.
Yeah, we've been in business about 40 years.
Wowzers.
Last year we did 17,100 home inspections right here in Southern California. And, you know, this year's looking to heat up a little bit. We're in the first 3 weeks, we're just already noticing a 10% increase.
Nice.
So, over 40 years in business, you know, it's not just home inspections anymore. It's termite inspections, roof inspections, sewer camera inspections, and a specialized commercial division. So we're grateful to be here today, and we're looking forward to 2024.
That is awesome, guys. These guys are your one-stop shop to home inspections. Robbie, what you got going on?
Well, like Josh said, I'm excited. I'm just excited for all the new things that we're putting into play with our ancillary service, the sewer scopes, the mold stuff. That's always been around, but like I said, we're trying to bring a resolution to not just finding it, and what we do find is help agents expedite that, get there quicker, and keep the escrow flowing. Yep. That as an inspection company is important, and I want that process to be a part of the Elite Group to help you guys keep the transaction flowing, keep it going. So, you know, that's important.
Actually, Robbie, I met Robbie in 2009.
Oh, yeah?
So since 2009, I met him at a home inspection on one of my REO listings.
Nice.
And ever since 2009, I've been using him.
Okay.
I've never used another inspector. I think I probably used two other inspectors from the Elite Group.
He won't
and that was just recently.
He won't let me like give him anybody else. But I'm thankful that along with starting the other business at the time 3 years ago, it was important for me and Josh to do that, and that was in a different state. And I was back and forth quite a bit and stuck up there. And Felix would literally wait for me to get back. Like, he would work his escrow to that last day. Like, dude, you can print it tonight though, right? Like, if I wait. And I was very thankful for that, man. And that, like I said, I'm thankful for that working relationship, friendship, and it's important to me. And I love forming that relationship with people of his caliber in this industry. It makes the job that much more, a little bit easier, you know, on a professional level. I really appreciate it. So, Josh,
yeah,
you've known him.
I met Josh in 2010.
Yep, and
right?
it was in Chino.
Chino,
and man,
Montclair actually.
Montclair.
Montclair on Central Avenue.
Then you just go a couple blocks, right, and then but man, congratulations! I've got to see Primetime. What was the other office? It was upstairs. Remember the upstairs office? Monta Vista.
That was just called Primetime Realty.
That was a little sliver.
400 square feet.
And now, man, to watch you grow and to watch you lead other people, it's just been phenomenal to watch over the last decade. To go from that office to 400 square feet. Now we're in a 400 square feet room doing a podcast. So and then just to have you launch.
Right.
Yeah, to have you launch. The escrow, I was there when you launched it, and now appropriate name because it is a success, and just to watch all the agents and to watch the momentum over a decade from that little office to now here.
Yeah,
good on you.
Kudos to Felix. Give it up for Felix.
Thank you, guys.
I had to butter him up a little bit.
That's right.
Once in a while.
The pest control.
I was in the termite business.
Termite.
Just like Josh.
Yep,
right?
that's
yeah,
right.
You
Started
for a termite company, right?
You told me the first day I met you. You told me this story, and I was like, dude, I was very proud to this point, like I always said, I mean, to see you go from that to this is amazing, and I love being a part of that. Being on the team. So, it's very cool.
Thank you, man.
Honestly.
Thank you for all your hard work.
And you got a good crew with you, and that's important too, man. There's people that have your back.
We got to surround ourselves with positive people, like-minded people, right?
100%, man. And if we're thankful for each other, that's even better. It's like that helps a lot. So moving forward, man, onward and upward this year, it's going to be crazy, I think. I think we're going to see an uptick and a trend that's going to be good for everybody again. We've been through that wave right now. So we'll see, man.
Wow. That's right.
I had a question for you, Robbie. I wanted to ask you, what does an inspection consist of?
Well, we went over this, and I'll give you in a nutshell. The importance of the inspection is basically the health and safety items or the majors. And the majors are your roof, structural, your electrical, your plumbing, and all your big dollar items, which would be your HVAC, water heater, and then doors, windows. Outside of that, those are really, you could just draw a circle and connect all those together, and everything, everything else inside of that is basically general everyday stuff, whether it be flooring, whether it be cabinets, but those are the important things.
It's very important to get a home inspection, right, on a property.
100%. You're crazy. Brand new house, brand new, just built, or anything after that's been remodeled and they promised you everything's been get a home inspection, please. I mean, it's the best money you could spend, and being able to put your head on the pillow at night knowing you did your due diligence. Because I'll tell you right now, like I said out there, how many people that I go do inspection on their house and they said, well, our agent said we didn't have to have an inspection. It was as is anyway. Oh, dear God. They just inherited, any number, 30,000. I'm in my head, I'm going, oh, these poor people. And sometimes it's on them, it's on their ignorance, and sometimes it's on who represents them. So absolutely.
Sometimes I don't understand agents when they say the property is sold as is, right? Every property is sold as is, but the buyer has the right to do a home inspection and ask for repairs or credits. So that's why I'm always, talking with my buyers when I'm counseling them on getting qualified to buy a home. Hey, you're going to pay for a home inspection. You're going to pay for an appraisal. You're going to pay for things before we close escrow, right? So I'm always pushing Elite Group. I'm always, hey, we got to hire the Elite Group to do inspections. That's what comes to my mind when I'm opening up escrow. Get that home inspection order right away.
Yep. Yeah. For sure.
That is so true, Felix. Being here, you're always Felix is your biggest cheerleader, guys. And I don't say that to butter you guys up.
No, I know.
I've been with him for a year, and I can't wait to see what we're gonna do different this year. Here's a question for you guys. What should a new agent look out for during an inspection besides showing up and not bugging you guys during your work?
You, as a veteran, seasoned veteran, need to help coach that new agent and how to set up from the beginning. What Alex said was basically you set the mark. They're here for this. They're not here to find every little, scratch or whatever. As long as you're setting the expectation from the gate, and then, listen, they're going to find stuff. When we get it, let's relax. We'll sit on it, talk about it, 24, 48 hours, whatever our timeline is, and then we'll lay it out, and then we'll see who's going to come to the table. And we can always get there. We can always get a resolution. It's just who wants to pay for it.
And you're right, Robbie, it's putting the client at ease, right? Since I asked that question as a new agent, he's going to get spooked just like the buyer.
Right.
And the agent could kill the deal.
Yep.
And they blame it on the inspector.
They do it all the time.
do.
So that's why it's very important, guys, that make sure that the brokerage you guys work for brings in inspectors like Elite Group for education purposes, not just when they need a home inspection. And yes, new agents, I'm talking to you. Especially there is some companies, without saying names, that don't have a brick and mortar.
Right.
No.
They don't have a brick and mortar. You're a cloud-based company. There's no education. So that's why kudos to Felix. We go heavy on education here at Century 21 Primetime Realtor. So I'm super awesome to have you guys. I'm sure Felix has another question for you guys right now.
Well, actually, Josh answered it a little while ago, because I was going to ask you, Josh, tell us what other services do you guys offer that other companies don't?
Yeah, one of the ones is sewer camera, and we really started that in Berkeley, California. They made it mandatory. When the home closes, the city needs to look at the sewer camera report to close on the property.
Got it.
We've seen that legislation go where? Start to spread out. Now it's in Central California, and it's only a matter of time before it hits Southern California. And why? You have people moving into homes built in the 1880s, and their sewer line's completely eroded. And what happens? The buyer moves in. Now they've got a 15 to 20K fix. And what do buyers do with the 15 to 20K fix? They're surprised. They're upset. They tend to sue. So that's kind of why we added that in. And for $275 for peace of mind on that system in the property, it's just a no-brainer to add a sewer camera. We also do termite. We do the mold inspections as well. It's important to disclose that during the transaction. We see a lot of agents painting over those things, right?
Yeah.
And however, your clients are going to find out about it. And I've personally, in the 14 years in business, seen seven brokerages shut down over mold litigation lawsuits.
Wowzers.
So we added that into our standard of care. We didn't want to. We had to. We were kind of forced to because we were tired of seeing buyers move in. And when you do inspections at scale, we're doing 20,000 home inspections a year. You're going to run it, you're disclosing it, but the clients aren't doing anything about it. So we had to adopt that into our standard of care. We also have the commercial division. We have 5 specialized commercial inspectors that can inspect any type of commercial property. And then our newest addition would be the roofing addition, and probably one of our most successful additions in a short period of time. And why? Because the real estate industry needed a resource that was real estate specific for roofing to help answer those questions while clients are in escrow. What we found is typical roofing companies, they're not slated for the escrow process. They don't understand the lingo. They don't understand the terminology. So when you get a company like Rocket Roofing that is slated for that, it has really helped a lot of agents. Not only that, we're having a lot of insurance issues come up.
Wow.
You guys have seen this on properties,
Yes.
right? Insurance struggles. So we've been able to save deals where, that our 2-year roof certification will help that insurance company say, if they're going to sign off on it, we're going to sign off on it. We'll give the clients homeowners insurance, and everybody can move forward. Otherwise, you're seeing deals just drop out of escrow without that roof certification.
That's a big one right now. Insurance, man,
Insurance.
that's a whole nother podcast for you guys.
Yeah.
Because that is causing a lot of problems right now.
Yeah, and to answer your question, when we started our meeting, you said that a lot of these luxury homes are coming up, right?
Yes.
To answer your question, I asked that question on a top realtor. He says that the reason why you see a lot of these mansions or luxury homes selling is because now people who own those type of homes have to pay an extra tax. So that's how I found out that, because I started noticing that a lot of these like mega homes, I'm like, damn, they're selling this property?
Yeah.
And I had to ask that question on somebody that specifically does luxury listings. So hopefully I bring that value to you.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Learning. Yeah, because we're seeing them live. We're doing a lot of large estates. So that just puts it full circle. Thank you.
And to be honest with you guys, let's say we're like Batman and Robin, right? The inspector and the agent. Isn't it freaking cool that we get paid to be in all these badass houses sometimes?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Think about that.
In 30 years, just me being where I've been and doing over 25,000 homes myself, just 25,000 myself. I started in the Valley. I started in, which was out west, and which is Hollywood. And so I've seen, you can imagine. Like,
From a shack in Palmdale?
Well, exactly. That's funny you say that. One of the first big agents right now, brokers. I won't mention his name, because this is Felix's podcast. But his first flip property, he had me go out to Barstow, and it was literally no doors, no windows on it. And I go, "Is this a joke? Like, what are you doing, dude?" And from that to, how many movie stars and athletes and being in those houses and just going, oh my, it's so cool. To me now, I'm past that, but it's what kept the excitement there. And we just talked about this recently about writing a book. Like, I'm really going to put my best foot forward to actually write the book about the industry and the home inspectors. And we got the real pioneers, which is Tim Maher, and then my father, Alan, that have some really crazy stories, man. Like, and fun stories, some stuff that'll blow your head off. Like you're like, there's no way that could happen. We're in people's houses, all walks of life, man.
Yeah.
And it is crazy, what we see and what we find. And
well, Robbie, it's funny you said that, because my follow-up question is, I know you have thousands of stories, and you're probably like kind kind of like a treasure hunter, right?
100%.
Tell me the craziest thing you ever found, and tell me the spookiest thing you ever seen.
Spooky. Well, murder, a house, someone was murdered in the house, and literally the carpet was cut out in that section because of the investigation. And I wasn't told that until it was halfway through the inspection that someone had been murdered in that house. And man, your hairs go up. You're like, you get mad because you're like, why didn't you tell me this? Like, because you would approach it a little differently.
Yeah.
I do a lot of house that people have died in, and they've literally died in the house and whatever. I say a little prayer. I walk in there. I say, hey man, I'm not here to I'm just here to do my job. And like, I'm talking to myself in my head, but I'm literally saying it out. Like, I'm superstitious. I am. And no disrespect. I'm here to do my job. That's all, and then I want to say probably the craziest thing is most recent. You say treasure hunter. All the years I've found coins. I've found money, and these are whether they be occupied and someone passed away and their significant other had stuff hiding. I found it. I found bars of gold, bars of silver.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not. This is no joke. And I told the lady, hey, I think there's something. I mean, the house is pretty much vacant, and she's selling it. I said, there's a box up in your attic. I think you might want me to bring it down. And she said, would you please? Brought it down for her, and I said, here it is. And there was a towel over it. And when I was in the attic, I looked and I was like, whoa. I brought it down to her. So I went and crawled under the house, finished my inspection, came out. She's bawling, crying. I said, what's wrong? And she said, I would have never known this was there. My husband put that away. That was our bonds were on there. They had bonds that were in there. They had small 1 ounce bars of gold, silver, a bunch of stuff, that was worth a lot of money. So that feels good. The most recent one, I'll tell you this, I got to be kind of careful about it, in that it was a significant amount of money.
Wowzers.
That was, I don't know if it was legal money or illegal money. It was hiding, it was hidden, and I basically just left it there. I left it there. Whoever the new homeowner was buying that property got an awesome rebate when they started to remodel, which I knew they were going to remodel. It was not for me to bring it to any, because this was an actual vacant house, and there was really no one representing. It's not for me. I wish it was. I wish I could have had access to that, because finders keepers, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, that was a lot, and that one was like mind blowing. So I was like, "This is it! This is what I'm dreaming about as an inspector." Back in the day when all the homes in '08 everything crashed, people left all their stuff there. They left some stuff behind. And that stuff was you could take, because you remember your trash guy would back his truck up and just clean that whole house out and get it ready, right? You'd find such cool artifacts and pieces that people they were getting out of their house. They just left it behind. Yeah, I remember. And so that's a little long-winded, but that's just a brief. I can't give you all the book.
No,
I'm gonna give you part of it.
Yeah,
I got one, and it was our termite inspector. He had went up in the attic, and he was doing an attic inspection, and he noticed that there was cameras facing down in this one room, and he's like, I'm gonna go check out this room. He looks up, and it's just normal looking drywall. He goes back up in the attic, and it's one of those like reverse mirrors.
Oh yeah.
And the cameras are all shining down on the bed. So the lady who lived there would bring over some famous politicians and then send them the tape. And that's how she afforded the mansion.
Jesus Christ!
So, kind of an interesting disclosure that you find during an inspection.
That House of Cards edition that you watch on Netflix or whatever it was, that stuff's real, man. Like I'm telling you, there's some stuff I have to be careful about when I probably do write the book, and but it's going to be a tell-all. It's going to be like no holds barred. There's some crazy stuff that we've seen, that we know about, that probably shouldn't have seen, shouldn't know about, but you're in their house. They can only hide so much sometimes, and some don't even hide it. That's the crazy part.
Robbie, my question to you, is that book going to be on Audible?
Yeah,
you don't like
for sure.
reading.
I don't like reading. Felix just got me a book.
You got to read this, and I'm tell you why. the one that I'm writing the book with, one of them is his brother's and is an artist, and he draws these great cartoon characters. And I said, for us to make this for people to understand it, we can't put personal pictures or any people in there because of obviously copyright and getting sued. So we're going to have him illustrate with the cartoons of that scenario that we're talking about. So you gotta read the book.
Okay.
And, you know, right now it's in talk, and we're trying to like really kind of like we're giggling about like, hey, we're going to do it. No, I really want to do this because I think the industry needs to understand. It's very intriguing.
Yeah.
The stories that we have and what we found, what we've seen, and you know, from a couple of the guys have walked into dead bodies, people that have committed suicide, unfortunately, so there's crazy. It goes from all extremes.
I could see a TV show happening, like Untold Mystery Stories.
Yeah. Well, Corey, his brother, who's been an inspector with the lead over 15, 20 years now, he was inspecting a property, and the homeowner's like, hey, go push that book. So he goes and he pushes the book on the bookshelf, and it just opens up into this secret room that you would have no idea. Like
speakeasy,
yeah, you would have no idea that was in the property.
That is awesome.
I just
man.
saw one of those in San Bernardino with Alex Rocha. She had that one. You couldn't tell it was a bedroom, and you just push it in, and it was just
Yeah.
it was
Whoa,
crazy.
no way.
Those are becoming
You did
very
the inspection on that one for me in San Bernardino.
Did we do that
Alex
one?
Rocha was the listing agent. It was like it had like a shelf in the living room,
Yeah.
and with books, and you just push it in, and it opened up. I was
Wow.
just like, wow.
That was some Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That is
I have a
awesome.
question for you, Josh. You didn't, I know you were talking about sewer lines, other termite inspections, but you have when you do an inspection, we get the report, then you guys send us over, I think, is it a price indicator?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So over the years, 40 years in business, the most common question we get asked, we point out defects. That's what we do, right? How much does that cost? And we're not there to give the price. So we actually have a tool. It's an AI-based tool. It's called Repair Pricer. And what it does, it takes the defects in our report, and it runs a local search on how much this would cost. Once it does that, a human contractor, ex-former contractor, will review those estimates, and then we submit that to the agent. Now we submit it only to the agent, and it's used as a negotiation tool while they're in escrow because it gives them that leg up. It gives them that next level of information above and beyond the home inspection. It's really what today's modern home buyer wants. When do people want information now? They want it
Like yesterday.
Yeah, so this is available 24 to 48 hours after the home inspection is uploaded and paid for. They get that report, and we send it to the agent so the agent can,
Negotiate.
educate. Yeah, they can negotiate. We don't send it to the buyers
Yeah.
because the agent has to be the one, being the quarterback, like Robbie mentioned. They have to educate that client. Are we in a buyer's market? Or are we in a seller's market? And because sometimes you get the buyers who see it and say, I want everything. Is that a reality? No. No, so you got to give it to the agent so they can help quarterback it, educate the client. But really cool tool. When we first launched it, 20% loved it. 20% were kind of up in arms. I don't like it. Now, over the years,
You're loving it.
there's like
I love it.
60% of the people
I
are
love
like,
it.
Keeps the escrow going,
Yep.
That keeps
right?
the escrow
Because when
going,
these things pop
negotiation
up,
powers.
we know the contractors. We don't have time to get a contractor there, especially in that market that was going on. So it was a great tool, and once, like he said, everybody bought in. They're like, okay, now I get it, because it's not holding the escrow, it's not stopping, extending it. It's like, okay, we got this tool. Here's some numbers. Yeah. The seller can do their own due diligence, but here it is, and it helps. It just helps it.
Expedite things.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's unbiased. It's unbiased, so it's like they're not, they're not asking for the work. They're just giving you their unbiased opinion. Where when you hire a contractor for free to come and look at a property, what they got to make money somehow. Where are they going to make it, right?
Yeah.
So
No, absolutely. That's awesome, guys. There's so much knowledge you guys both have, and we can sink it in 30 minutes, right, Felix?
No.
I think we have to do another episode maybe down in the middle of the
part
year.
2.
Think of some fun. Think of some fun stuff. Some
Yeah.
good questions, like I said.
Those are great.
Findings, things, the goods, the bads, the craziness, the sadness. There's a lot, it's emotional, man. This job it's a trip.
Yeah, the beautiful thing about this job, I tell Felix, every day is never the same. It's always something new, right? We get paid to find problems because I believe we get paid on the problems we solve. So I'm always looking for that no.
100%.
Because for me, because I make a lot of calls, the no means next opportunity. It doesn't mean not right now. But when they said, I'm not interested, and I said, hey, of course you're not interested. I haven't provided enough information. But right now is the time to give people information, right? Educate people. Educate your agents in your office. Bring you guys in. Do a lunch and learn. So many things happening right now, right, Felix?
Yes, a lot of things.
So before we wrap things up, guys, how do we get a hold of you guys? And I know he's very limited because that's Felix's favorite inspector. Josh, the question is to you. How do we get a hold of you? I know we're going to put a link right here, somewhere right here, to get a hold of you.
All right,
and what's the turnaround time real quick once they reach you?
So to order an inspection, we have 65 inspectors, so we can get you on the board within 2 days, easily.
Got it.
If you want Robbie, you're going to have to wait a little bit. But our office number is 800-494-8998. My personal cell, text is preferred, 909-912-4607, eliteinspections.com, or on Instagram, Elite Group Inspections.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Damn,
No,
so
I'm
you
just
guys-
kidding about 24 hours.
I was about to say, so you guys are like 7-Eleven of home inspections?
Yeah.
Let's put us a notch above 7-Eleven.
Hey, that's Felix's favorite coffee spot.
Yeah, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything.
So Elite Group is open 7 days a week.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Open 7 days a week.
Well,
The
let-
average time for a home inspection is about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's all based on the square footage.
Yeah, square
A
footage.
good rule of thumb is to think of per 1,000 square feet, 1 hour per 1,000 square feet. And there's variables that affect that: year built, condition of the property,
If it's
is
on
it
a
occupied or
slab,
vacant,
If it's on a slab
Yep.
or sub area.
is the buyer's dad there?
Yeah. Right?
Yes, exactly.
Awesome, guys. Well, you guys heard it here on Spitting Fire, episode number 9, special edition, the Mamba Lounge edition, with your broker, Felix Lopez, and the guys from Elite Group, Josh, and his partner, Robbie, and your boy, Alfred, a.k.a. The GOAT, signing out. Peace out.
See you guys.
Thanks for having
Thank you
us.
guys.
Thank you. Awesome, man.
Damn.
Thank you guys.